श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय. One day, returning from his office, Bholanath said, Gagan Sadhu is going to sing Kirtan here this evening, after which he will have his meal here, so make the necessary arrangements. This body finished cooking early and sat with 4 or 5 other women on a wooden cot in the courtyard behind the room where the Kirtan was being held. From that spot, one could hear the Kirtan but could not see the singers. In those days, collective Kirtan was the domain of man, and women listened from behind curtains or places out of sight. During her stay in Dhaka, Ma brought about a subtle change by having women collectively do Kirtan even for the whole night. The kitchen had a bamboo door, and absorbed in a strange bhav, I ran in and out in a childlike manner to check on the food. No one knew at what moment I fell off the cot in bhav. It was very late when the Kirtan ended, and there was only the wide expanse of the sky overhead and the darkness of the village all around. Except for an old woman who sat quietly because her grandson had fallen asleep, everyone had gone home. Bholanath came to the room to find that this body was not there, though the lamp was burning. This body had apparently been so deeply absorbed in her bhav that she had probably not closed the door properly, and a dog had entered the room by pushing the door and desecrated the food. Angry at this chaos, Bholanath began to call out loudly for this body. Meanwhile, the old woman was unsuccessfully trying to rouse this body by pulling her up. However, when she touched her, she felt that the body was abnormally still, as if there was no life. She then called out, "Come and see! Your Khushirma had become unconscious. Her body has gone cold." Bholanath came out and, together with 2 or 3 others, tried, but failed to rouse her. They somehow carried her in and laid her on the bed. Alternate arrangements had to be made to feed the Kirtan party, and it was nearly dawn by the time they were fed. This body remained lifeless like a stone through all this. Bholanath began to get worried and afraid. He kept asking whoever he met, "What should I do now? I have never before seen her in this state." Someone suggested that Kirtan be started once again, and since everyone agreed, Gagan Sadhu was called back. When apprised of the ensuing events, he was moved almost to tears and said, "Why did you not tell me of this last night? It is my good fortune that my singing has induced this kind of divine mood in her." Gladly, he resumed what he had been singing the previous night. This body was carried in and placed in the corner of the room where the Kirtan was going on. The Kirtan continued till 4 in the afternoon. It is heard that when one goes into or emerges from Bhavadasha, symptoms appear in the demeanor of a true devotee, such as those described in the scriptures, and these were manifested in this body. Gagan Sadhu and many others present were satiated in heavenly delight and reduced to tears. The atmosphere remained charged for a long time, and the entire village was said to have been affected by this divine excitement. Heavenly joyfulness pervaded the area, and whoever came there became a part of that and experienced a blessed change of mood. श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय.